Oh, okay.
All right, tell us about the movie, James.
Tell us about the movie. Give me your
was
thoughts on
fucking
Book
great.
of Clarence.
Like I say, I've already don't spoil it, but like I say, the main character Clarence, I seen a lot of myself in him. I feel like a lot of people.
Spoilers. All spoilers. If you have not seen this movie, just go 10 minutes in, and we should be done talking about the movie. We should be on all other topics that we came here for. But for the next 10 minutes, if you don't want this movie spoiled for you, you gotta skip ahead. Now, James.
All right, like I was saying, the man Clarence, it's just how his character development through the story that really grabbed me. You know what I'm saying? Like, as I went in, you know what I'm saying, looking for something, and he got a totally different outcome. That's why I say this movie was just so powerful, man. But, like, it's just the fact of, I want to see the hours that were missing, because my man was pretty mad about him. He said he got a couple, like, speaking roles that got cut out.
Yeah.
So I would like to see everything, honestly. But I feel like for what they gave us, the movie was good. It was very grounded. You can relate to it. It was a lot of black representation. Very good music. Very creative.
Right.
Music was great.
A new spin on the old story.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, it was just a good done project.
Yeah. Can I say one? For everybody that says, I'm tired of seeing us as slaves, I'm tired of seeing us as civil rights in movies like doing Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. This is a black movie with a black cast. It's different than all the type of movies you've seen before. So this is your dream answered here. If you're looking for a black movie with a black cast, where we ain't slave, we are being oppressed in some of the scenes, but again, we're being oppressed by our people. So I like that fact. It's a black cast, a different take on a black movie.
Let me piggyback off that. It is not only is it a black cast, it's an accurately depicted cast of those times.
There you
it's
go.
our first time seeing people who lived during those times correctly represented.
Mm-hmm.
So I really love that. Like, that was the greatest part.
How'd y'all feel about the accents? Because Clarence really had like an American accent. Everybody else kind of had like an African accent. Some people had like the accents was all like, I couldn't tell where the dialect was coming from.
But you got to think about it. Clarence also played his brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see, his brother had an African accent.
Yeah, his brother had the accent.
Yeah.
So I felt like it was a little justified, because, you know, he was doing his acting range thing there. So
people in that area speak Hebrew.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, I don't know if you guys know any like Hasidic Jews or heard Hasidic Jews speak. So I feel like they were trying to build off of speaking in that way, but in English, but with whatever accent you would have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt.
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out.
I wasn't mad at the African tones, because we are that's in Africa.
Yeah,
Everything is in Africa, so I'm not mad at the different African dialects, because we don't know what these. You know, I know these apostles and the area that they came from as far as the real stories, like where Nazareth is and stuff like that. Most of this shit is taking place in Israel.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. So, I mean, it's, you know, where maybe they from Egypt or this side, Saudi Arabia or somewhere. I don't know.
yeah.
And they just, those blend of accents. But I wasn't mad at the accents.
My girl actually pointed out something. She said the guy RJ that they was playing, he was supposed to represent the Bushmen. So the Bushmen were actually a tribe of people that was around at the beginning of time. Definitely, you know what I'm saying, like in Africa and those areas. And they were saying that the guy that, I don't even know his name, but RJ, he was supposed to be from there, from the Bushman tribe. You know what I'm saying?
The horse dude.
No. The guy that was his friend.
Oh, okay.
Because he was like, take your Bushman friend. And you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
okay.
that was his representation. But it was a couple tribes that they did like say something about, but they didn't spend too much heavier. It's just stuff you got to catch. It's like,
it was a lot. And, it was a lot of like callbacks to police brutality.
Oh yeah,
with the Romans.
Yeah,
for sure. But the
Romans were that. Like,
yeah, they were.
When you read the Bible, that's exactly how they acted.
I was just finna say, Rome was like pretty much like America back then, bro. They went out and pretty much policed everybody else.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what they did. So, I mean, geez Louise.
Well, first of all, the country was Roman ruled. So that's that.
Yeah.
Like black people were not kings and queens of that country. The Romans came, took it over, and it was a part of the Roman Empire. So I don't like to get biblical, but you pay Caesar his dues. That's because Caesar was owner of that land. Although he was in Rome, nigga, this our land. Y'all go over there, police them people, make sure they doing what they supposed to be doing, and following the rules that we set. Cause y'all under Rome rule now. So,
but ain't that crazy, bro? They ain't come over there with nothing but people and swords and say, "Hey, this our shit now." You know what I'm saying?
I don't like to get involved in that because it's the technology. Like, if you can technically advance faster than your opponent, then you can take them out.
Yeah.
So America, like, y'all got swords. Okay, we got guns. You lost. Y'all got bows and arrows. Like, when we got here with the natives, they hadn't developed any tech.
Yeah.
They had been, as far as I know, my education goes, they cut off from the world. So if you're cut off from the world and you don't know what's going on and we got guns, hey, bro, give us this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Yeah, it's like if you ever played Civilization back in the day and you'll just so happen to come up on another civilization and you way more advanced, you gonna take it over.
Taking that shit easy.
Take it over.
It's like, oh, they ain't even got boats yet.
Yeah. No, this is a lick.
Yeah.
I just love doing that shit. But nah,
You should play Polytopia on your phone. If anybody got an app, iPhone, Polytopia.
Is it the same?
It's like Civilization, but you can play against other people.
okay. As I watched the movie, I didn't really appreciate the movie. I didn't appreciate the movie until I got home and sat with it. I seen what it was for what it was. It was like a comedic spin on an old story, giving you a fictional story with some truths based off a true story. So I appreciated that. It's about time we got a black Jesus. Now, I don't know if Jesus ever been represented before like this on screen, but I like the way he toyed with Jesus, how he gave us a white Jesus or something that really wasn't Jesus. It was a beggar, and he made that beggar resemble who we were all told Jesus was growing up. But actually seeing the actual, what could have been Jesus, an actual man with hair like wool. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I can appreciate that. I appreciated the hair because when you read about these Bible stories, like these are African people that we are reading about, Arabian people that we are reading about. Like, look at where these people come from and their hair and everything that we've been taught. And these, Roman Catholic artists who drew these people like Michelangelo, Donatello, that just drew these people in representation of themselves, not in actual representation of what these people really look like. So for the first time ever, we seen what Jesus and his apostles could have looked like. They could have been these shades of brown. They were definitely black people. These were all black people. These are people in Africa. And here are the Romans correctly depicted again with their swords and their garb. You know what I'm saying? Weapons. They don't even get down in hand to hand. Barabbas was another real person that he took from the Bible.
Oh, yeah.
Barabbas was actually Achilles.
Yeah.
I don't know if people actually peeped that, but literally he was Achilles. He was the representation of Achilles.
Yeah.
I don't know who Boris is in the Bible.
Barabbas.
Barabbas.
Right? Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it is a character. I'm not certain. But his character, how it was built, that was Achilles. Because Achilles was dipped in the river Styx. And he said he was immortal, pretty much.
Only way you can get him was
only way
his
you can get him is his heel. You know what I'm saying?
Wrong-
that was the same
heel,
thing with Barabbas. So, but the movie was good. My guy Damari last night, he pointed out a fact. He was saying that at first he thought Jesus was gonna be Eddie Murphy. Because he was like,
That would have been funny.
they said he kept hiding him, and then he was like, it sounded like him. You know what I'm saying? And the manager actually pointed out that it was supposed to be Eddie Murphy.
Really?
So that's a little tidbit right there. They said they were supposed to get him to play Jesus.
I like the guy that played
I like
him.
who they got.
Yeah.
You know who that is?
And I like the reveal.
I can't think of his name.
Do y'all
but
know
he
who
is
that
some
is?
I've seen him a
good-ass
few
movie.
times,
That's the
Joe.
nigga that shot Jerome, nigga.
And
That's
what?
the nigga that shot Jerome in Snowfall.
Jerome.
Uncle Jerome.
He shot Jerome?
He shot Jerome.
Y'all don't remember? Y'all don't remember when they went in there and they was in the office? They had the big swole nigga that was in jail, and then they had the other nigga with the. He was the other
I
nigga.
had to have seen him in something else, though. I don't remember him from Snowfall.
That
He was
shot
in
Uncle
Snowfall.
Jerome.
He
He
was in
shot Uncle
Snowfall.
Jerome.
But he was in other. He's had bigger.
You talking about when Jerome died?
When
Yeah.
Jerome died, he was the one when they had the standoff.
Yeah.
He was the other guy.
Oh, okay.
Cuz was crippin'.
Yeah. But I
And
like
then
the
he played
reveal
Jesus.
too, because I didn't think they were gonna ever show Jesus' face. And then
Me neither.
when Mary Magdalene was getting stoned, is when they finally showed his face.
Yeah.
They did that shit like the Matrix.
Yeah, bro just showed up.
Stop them brothers.
That boy made them into believers.
Yeah, man. That's crazy.
That was the illest shit, and I think that's where it started to come to a head to me, to show you, like, man, and I don't like getting deep, but it showed you how, like, it was, like I told you, man, this guy was an atheist.
Yeah.
Pretty much, like, I summed this movie up last night as I watched it. We watched an atheist, a movie about an atheist. He moved just like an atheist. If y'all know any atheists or ever been in contact with an atheist, everything about him was an atheist. And the moment he walked on that water and his brother came to visit him, he goes, I know that was God.
Yeah, he
That's-
said.
yeah.
He went
said,
from
I know.
Well,
yeah, no more faith, my brother.
Right.
Still on my I know shit. Oh God, that
It's
was
a-
God.
That's
Yeah.
what I was getting. It's like some people follow religion based off just faith and they don't need anything to prove it. And then some people have these moments from God where they like, that's how I know God's real because he did this for me.
Right.
And then
Yes.
some people just move off faith. They just know. And
Right.
then some people have to be convinced.
And I think in God showing him that, like God did that to punish him, but God also did that to, tap Clarence on the shoulder and let him know, like, oh, I'm here and I've been watching everything you've been doing, and you're not gonna make it out of this alive. But just know I'm here. Although he did make it out of it alive, and I'll let y'all see that part. I mean, but still, like,
What you think the
That was the most powerful scene to me when that crucifix scene.
when
Yeah.
they brought him back?
Yeah.
Oh no, when he got
No,
crucified?
when he was getting crucified.
Yeah,
yeah.
that was pretty
Yeah.
tough. What do you think the light bulb at the end? You remember the light bulb?
I never understood what that meant.
So the light
Because
anytime
he kept seeing that.
anytime the light bulb showed up,
He had
he
an
had a
idea.
new idea.
Oh,
So
okay.
when he was in the and he got resurrected, what you think his idea was?
We think you better go make some shillings.
Nigga, no, he went to go write the Bible. He went to go
think
write.
that?
Yes,
I just
yes. I think that's what it was. That's his idea. I got
The
to tell
only-
this story because ain't nobody gonna believe this shit. You
I
know
think
what
he
I'm saying?
wrote the book of Clarence.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you can say that
Because the Bible had been in motion. The Bible, it exists during this time. Like, it's already a book that exists, and they're still writing it. Like, it's still in the works. Like, the apostles wrote the New Testament. So, therefore, you wrote the book. He probably wrote the book of Clarence to tell his story, to tell his testimony, to tell his gospel.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like his brother. That would be my idea, based off what you said. My idea of his idea was he got the bright idea to speak to the people about what he had experienced and see if he could, like, really be an apostle or a disciple, because he can't be an apostle. But
Yeah.
I thought he got the idea, like, man, maybe I should really do this disciple thing, like go preach.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I should go do that. I don't know.
I
But-
feel. I guess I don't know if we wrapping up, but the last thing I'm gonna say about it was Lakeith killed it, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
man.
killed it.
No.
Lakeith killed it. He
You
was
can
like,
see his range.
Jacoby said something too about how the director was kind of like really into music videos and stuff. You could tell a lot of those scenes with music video Hype Williams-esque, like how he would walk into buildings and stuff, reminded me of music video.
Steady. When they walked in the club,
Yeah,
steady,
yeah,
are you
yeah.
ready?
Yeah, man.
What's going? You can literally take that track and put it over when they go meet my man from BMF.
Yeah, when they gonna meet the Terrible. Was it Ivan the Terrible?
Alvin the Terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was crazy. Well, because it's like
That
they
thing
walk
was
into a
not
strip
no
club.
Ivan the
It
Terrible.
was something to terrible,
It was
bro.
Jeremiah the Terrible.
Okay,
Oh, it was
then.
Jeremiah.
Yes, it was.
Whatever.
It was Ivan.
It started with it was Jeremiah.
It was something to terrible.
It was
I'm
Jeremiah.
not too positive,
know
so
what
I'll
the
take
terrible
yours. I'll
was?
take it. I'll take it.
Bo, Johnny or James? Who's got it right?
Ivan the Terrible's white man, nigga.
What's that from Game of Thrones?
Yeah, nigga.
Oh, okay, okay.
What's my man name? Ivan the Terrible.
Let's see. I'm gonna Google it.
He was
But
supposed
shout out
to
to Lakeith, bro. He won. I mean, he already won me over when he did Harder They Fall. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
damn, this nigga for real.
No.
Cause I'm so used to Lakeith from Get Out and Atlanta, but when they did Harder They Fall, I was like, oh, cause to me, I feel like out of those like
Yeah.
black actors our age, I feel like Jonathan Majors is probably the top tier. Like,
Yeah.
can actually get in his bag.
Not no more.
John Boyega, I feel like can get in his bag.
Yeah.
But Lakeith up there too.
Yeah, he up
Yeah,
there.
he's got that range. He's
Yeah.
got that range because a lot of our black actors.
And there's damn some can get in his bag
I
too.
fuck with damn son. That's my
all
name.
these niggas British. That's the only thing I'm hating
Because
on.
they keep theater in the school over there. It's hard to keep theater
I was
in the
about to
school
say a
over
lot of
here.
them actors in that movie was British.
Yeah, because theater, like
A
everybody
lot.
is in theater over there. That's part of their curriculum. Here, they got rid of the arts.
And on top of the fact, there's no more barrier to entry. It's like if you got a passion to do something and you can kind of do it, then we could train you on the set.
Yeah,
Like that's the new America. You know what I'm saying? Like even when it come to like
the comedians that make themselves on Instagram now, they doing movies.
yeah, like
What's
they not doing
Bach?
stand up in a club no more. They should
He
to
got a
work on
movie?
their craft.
Bach getting in a couple things. King
Oh,
Bach.
yeah.
Bach in a couple
But I
things.
felt like, damn, I just watched The Blackening recently, and it was some Instagram people in The Blackening that got famous off social
Oh,
media.
I like the Blackening.
The Blackening was funny as
Black
hell.
was good. All right, man. If y'all haven't done so, man, if you're at the tail end of this, next, for fast forward 10 minutes to it, but we were just talking about Book of
Yeah,
Clarence.
you're right.
And
Ivan the
if you listen
Terrible
to
was
it-
a Russian. He was Russian.
Okay. If you listen to it, man, go watch Book of Clarence if you haven't seen it, and if you have seen it, man, add to this conversation in the comments. Let us know what you think. Let us know your thoughts on the movie. Movie was good though, man. 5 stars.